All right, this is a big day for me and my shop. This is a dream day for a lot of shops out there. We have a new piece of equipment showing up today, actually 2 new pieces of equipment that are going to help us step up our game in absolutely huge ways. I've been dreaming of this day for a very long time, and it's finally here. Dude, these crates are massive. They take up pretty much most of the working space that we had left in the shop. But inside these crates, we've got the Exile Spyder 2 CTS. Absolutely unreal machine. I can't wait to see what this thing looks like. And we have Exile's V-Lux exposure unit to go with it. In the world of screen printing equipment, this stuff is at the tippy top. These things are, they'd be Ferraris in the screen printing world, and I cannot wait to see what this is going to do for my shop. I can't wait to see what these things look like, and I can't wait to get them out of these crates. But right now, we are in the middle of shooting another video, so that's gonna be tomorrow's problem. So our first order of business this morning is to start uncrating these machines, even though it explicitly says not to do so unless you are authorized Exile personnel. Well, sorry Exile, we cannot wait for you because these crates are gigantic. They're taking up way too much space in my shop, so much space that we can't even run the press. We can't work, we can't do nothing. So these things have got to come out today. I know these machines are a lot smaller than the crates actually are, so we're gonna save a lot of space this way. Plus, I've been waiting a long time to see these things, man, and I'm not waiting anymore. So they're coming out right now. Sick. Holy shit, look at this. It's got its own ramp built right into the crate. That's super, super smart. Thank you, Exile. So this is the Exile V-Lux exposure unit. This is an LED exposure unit designed specifically for CTS systems. It has an LED touchscreen control panel with a preset memory of 15 presets. It also has an auto on-off feature, which is really cool. So that means the light and the timer will start automatically when the door shuts on this thing. With us taking on more lean practices in the shop, that is definitely something lean, so that's gonna help speed us up a tiny little bit. It's a small fraction of time every time you do a screen, but I mean, that adds up. And speaking of lean, because when using a CTS, you don't have to pull vacuum. There's no glass inside this thing, there's no vacuum, no nothing. So everything's been condensed a lot smaller, and the screen can now stand vertically, which is gonna help save us a lot of space in the shop. And then other small stuff is, it's got low energy consumption, 50,000 hours of lamp life on the LEDs. Overall, this is pretty much a Cadillac of LED exposure units, and I'm pretty excited to use it. But that was just the teaser. Let's open the main event.
If it was like the other crate, there's probably going to be screws on the top.
Yeah, so we're gonna send your ass up there to get those out. Fuck. Eve! I don't think there's screws in this one. Maybe there aren't screws in this one.
Okay,
How steady is this crate?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think there's screws in this one.
I don't think this one fully comes apart.
This one's got nails in it.
Yeah, so I think this door literally just opens up and it wheels out.
Okay, maybe.
I think this one might actually like stay together.
Well, let's pull the front door off it, I guess, the one with the ramp, and see if it just comes out of there.
Wheels out, yeah.
And then we'll dismantle the crate afterwards, because it does have to get dismantled for it to fit in storage. Yeah, this is probably why we need an authorized dude. But I'm authorizing myself right now. I need to make another certificate. Yeah. Pay attention to the label. Serious injury or death. Oh my god, I actually almost got you. All right. Well, this thing is a little bit bigger than I anticipated. This guy getting in there and unwrapping this thing. It's like the guy that shows up to my birthday party and blows out my candles.
That looks interesting.
Yeah.
What the hell even is this thing?
This is computer to screen technology, my friend. WaxJet, to be specific.
Watch the channel and you'll find out.
Hit like and subscribe.
You can learn a thing or two, Jordan.
Okay, is this on wheels?
Yeah. Oh yeah, big old
Caster
big ass
boys.
caster wheels.
Yeah.
So this thing's actually gonna be not bad to get out of here. We just gotta get those straps out, get the ramp lined up. I appreciate the new ratchet straps, Exile. Those are nice. There we go. Now I can climb in here and get this one. Ugh. Jesus Christ.
You're gonna make it out? You wanna hold my hand?
I can't crouch.
Take my hand.
I'll never let go. There was room for him on that fucking door.
Oh yeah, it's on the front and back. So like we're gonna have to take the back door off too. Yeah, it's locked in on that side too.
Ow. I wonder, do we have to get it on that side or what? Get in there. Okay, roll this bad boy out. Stupid fucking blocks. Let's throw them right back in here.
Okay.
Yeah, so before we deal with that thing, this has got to go. We got to make some room in here, so, I don't know. Want to get in there? We could ship you somewhere like a mail order husband. Mail order Vato. So this is the one we've been waiting for. This is the Exile Spyder 2 CTS. This thing is so badass. This is a wax CTS, which I think is a much better solution for my shop versus a liquid ink CTS. Liquid ink CTSs are kind of temperamental when it comes to the environment that they're put in, the emulsions that are used with them. And those are constant variables in my shop. Those change all the time. We live in Winnipeg, Manitoba. It gets super hot in the summertime, super cold in the wintertime. Plus, I like to change out emulsions almost as much as I change my socks because I like to try different stuff. And a WaxJet is not going to have as hard of a time with that as a liquid ink CTS would, so this is definitely the best way to go for me. This thing prints at 600 DPI, which is insanely high resolution, and has the capabilities of printing up to 75 LPI halftones, which again is far beyond what anybody needs. We typically print our halftones at 55 LPI. So this thing is going to help us step up our game considerably in that department. It can fit up to 30-inch by 40-inch screens, which are huge, and has a max image size of 25 by 30 inches, which again is huge, far beyond what we need, but hey, you never know, we might print something big one day. We're trying to be a lean shop here and eliminate waste, and well, this is going to eliminate a lot of waste for us. So initial impressions after unboxing this stuff is, number one, they don't mess around when it comes to crating their equipment. I've unboxed a lot of expensive equipment in this shop since I got here. Things like my press that showed up just wrapped in plastic on like a couple of 2x4s. It was the worst crating ever. It had dents and scratches all over it. This stuff, was ready to survive like a nuclear apocalypse. Those crates were built super solid. They had like these like air bumpers to soak up vibrations underneath them. They're packed with foam and all kinds of stuff. Plus they had those ramps and everything built in so that you can uncrate it super easy. Exile, you're killing it in the crating department, that's for sure. And then when it comes to the equipment, everything looks like it's built really solid. It's really industrial. Everything's clean and nicely put together. I only have two things that I have a little bit of a beef with. Number one is the exposure unit. The door on it does not have a handle, which I don't know why. It doesn't make sense to me. You kind of just gotta like stick your fingers in there and pull it open. I would just put a handle on it. So that's something I'm probably just gonna go ahead and do, is just drill a couple holes in there and slap a handle on it and call it a day, because I feel like that's gonna be kind of annoying to open that thing up, you know, multiple times a day like that. And then there's the CTS. The CTS has this built-in PC on there. This is only to run the machine. This is not to run the RIP software. You need another PC to run the RIP software. And this I find to be a little bit redundant. I think it would be smarter just to have a more powerful PC mounted to this thing, or, you know, the option to put your own thing on there so that could do both jobs in one shot. That would make a lot more sense to me. I don't know what I'm talking about though. This is not my area of expertise. Maybe that's not possible, but that's something that I think could be improved upon. Otherwise, I am very excited to take this step. These machines are going to step up our game considerably. They're gonna eliminate so many problems that we have here in the shop. Number one is they're gonna eliminate films completely from our workflow. And films give me the biggest headache out of everything in my entire shop. Depending on the weather, we have problems with film shrinking or stretching. Sometimes we have problems with film sticking to screens. We have a lot of wasted space being taken up by films, like all the rolls of films. We have a whole dedicated trash can just to recycling these films. We have a whole machine dedicated just to lining the films up on the screen. It takes up a lot of extra room in my shop and just slows down our production time, slows down our setups in a big, big way. And this is going to get rid of that entirely. So that's, I can't tell you how happy that makes me. This is gonna cut down our setup time by like 2/3, because it's going to eliminate an entire step in the screen making process. Plus, by combining the CTS with our registration palette on our press, micro registration is gonna be almost a thing of the past. It's gonna be very rare. Jobs will be most of the way registered, which is gonna be awesome, especially for us because our average print is a 6-color print. We print 6 to 8 color jobs multiple times per week. That's kind of our wheelhouse. So when there's that much screens, there's a lot of setup and teardown on our press, and this is going to speed that up considerably. Plus, we're just moving in the direction of becoming a lean shop, which is the elimination of waste. And these two machines are gonna help us eliminate like 4 or 5 of the 8 wastes of lean. It's gonna eliminate a lot of setup time. It's gonna eliminate a lot of wasted space. It's gonna eliminate wasted talent in my shop, because now I don't have to be as involved in the screen making process. More of my employees can do that. It's gonna eliminate a lot of movement by not having films and walking around back and forth between different pieces of equipment. It's gonna eliminate a lot for us. So just when it comes to being lean, this is a huge step in that direction. So that's as far as we can go in this one, because we have to wait for a tech to come here and get these things installed and running for us. So make sure you guys tune into that video where we can see what these things are actually capable of. Make sure you click the like button on this thing, subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see you again in the next one. We are ready to go for install.